Hello, everyone. Hello, my gardening friends. Welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Well, I hope everyone is doing well today. I hope that things are going well for you. And I know that I have not been with you for the last, I would say, 2 weeks for Thanksgiving Day week, and then the Wednesday of that time, the last Wednesday in November. We didn't have our growing together and coming together. But I am back, and I am so happy to be here with you today on this Wednesday. And to me, this is like the first Wednesday of the month of December, okay? Because we're really into December. This is a full week of December. And so I am just excited to be here with you today and for us to talk garden and to reflect and think about what we want to do coming up for this month of December and how we're going to plan through into January. Um, so I just want to just say welcome, welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. And I am just getting myself together here with the Christmas feeling, the Christmas season, the holiday seasons, just trying to get myself all worked up and excited about this time. And so I hope that you are too. I hope that you are experiencing the joy of the season. And that is exactly how I've decided that I want to deal with this month of December. That I want to go out of this year, 2023, with an attitude of gratitude and with the spirit of joy. That yes, there's so much chaos and things going on in the world, but that doesn't mean that I have to bring it into my house, or that I have to bring it into my garden, or I have to allow these negative things that are happening in the world to influence how I feel and to steal my joy. So I've decided that the garden is one place where joy really comes alive for me. And it is so true. Because if you saw my last video or my last two videos, it was really hard getting back into the garden and being excited about the garden. Thankfully, I have a really good husband who really went out there and said, no, we can't just let the garden fall apart. He started to clean up and put things together, and that inspired me. And when I did go outside into the garden and started just poking around and trying to clean up and just looking at things and actually being able to eat from the garden, to eat my collard greens from the garden, it just brought me a lot of joy. It really was almost like an injection of joy that picking my green collard greens, seeing their beauty and picking them and then actually creating a salad with it. And I did for 2 days. I actually went out into my kitchen garden area and harvested collard greens twice and created a really good salad with some tomatoes that I had gotten from the store, and also some kale and some what else did I get? Just created a really green salad and just ate green. It really boosted my energy level. It inspired me. It was like I was nourishing both my mind, my body, and my spirit were being nourished. My soul was being nourished by the garden and what a garden has to offer, the fresh vegetables versus eating a lot of sugary cookies and cakes and breads, and that those foods which kind of really pull you down. It does. I noticed the difference, and I wonder if you feel the same way too, that when you eat a lot of sugars and so forth at this time, that does that affect your body as well? and how you feel, let me know. I see that someone has come on to join me. Yes, come on and join me in the chat. Don't let me be talking to myself now. I see that people are watching. Yes, but I need to know that you're there. Come on, inspire me. I need you. I need you, my gardening people, to come on out into the chat and let's hold a conversation. Hey, Deborah. How are you? Hello, 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 hello there. Yes, it is so good. Thank you so much for coming up in the chat and saying hello. I really, really appreciate that. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. You're well. That's good. That's good. And as you can see, I'm just starting to get into my Christmas decoration. My husband has really helped me. He's the one who bought this poinsettia plant for me, which was great. And so that kind of spurred me on. I'm doing good. Welcome back, Miss Catherine Ho, Gardening Friends. Hello, Beverly. How are you? So good. Hey, Brampton Gardener Rachel. Yay. Marlene, good evening. I look forward to seeing you. Okay, thank you. So good. Your roses, yes. Brampton Gardener says hello. That's Rachel. She's saying hello to everybody. And I think I just saw Darlene Brown pop up. Hey, Darlene, how are you? Yes, it is so good. I'm glad you all have come. Yeah, you know what, today, as I was getting ready, hey, Sonia, how are you? Yay, Sonia. I was getting myself together, and I actually went and ordered the David Austin Rose catalog today. And then when I went to the mail to go pick up the mail, what was in the mail, or with the mail, was my catalog. And you know that I am a collector of the David Austin Rose catalog. I don't know why I didn't bring it out here with me, but I got my David Austin Rose catalog, and that excited me and made me want to come and have a conversation with you all about it. You received yours too, Beth? Yes. You know that this lets us know that things are about to happen. Yes, that January is about to come. But also, when I looked at their catalog and I looked at my journal that I had created, the Intentional Garden Journal for 2023, I said, woohoo, look at that. My journal looks so similar to their catalog cover. Or actually, even better yet, the new one that I have, but this is not roses. This is this is for my gardening journal for 2024, the planner and the journal. And I have not forgotten those who have joined I have your planner. It's just that I have just been moving so slow, and I'm hoping to get them in the mail for you before January so that we could start planning. And we also, so I have the garden journal, and some of you have told me that you've purchased your garden journal. Well, for those of you who have joined the community, like Deborah and Sonia and so forth, I am going to give you a copy of the planner. Yes, that is going to be for you to go along with your journal. And anyone else who wishes to join and support the community, I truly appreciate it. And what it does when you join the community, what it does for me, it just helps me to be able to produce more videos. It encourages me as well. And I also am able to buy the little things like the packaging, the stamps. I want to give more, but I need to receive more too so that I can give more. So as you give it's just a little your resources, and as you all click and watch and do all of that. And as the subscribers and subscriptions increase, then I'm able to gain more resources, because whatever monies that I get from the channel, I give back into the channel. I really do. And it allows me to buy more seeds and different things. And it helps me to really build the channel and the garden. So know that, I really appreciate you all, and I will always continue to bless every single one of you. But for those of you who go a little farther and just give a little more, a blessing, or, some people have what they call the Patreon, the patron, patrons. I don't do that. I just use the YouTube gardening or joining, for, and the community gardening journal. Well, I don't know what it's called, but the joining, and you could see it on my, if you go to the description box, it talks more about that. And every little bit counts. So that is for those who have joined. I want to bless you all and thank you by sending you a copy of my journal. But then the other thing is that if you go to my website and you contact me with your email, that I want to also send you out emails. And I don't bombard you with emails. But at least once a month, and for this season, I want to send at least another email of greetings to you as well. So if you want to know what's happening in Catherine's Garden and Home, go to the website, and there you will also find a lot of things that are happening. Hello, Francesca. Hello, Rambo. How are you? Hello to everyone. Yes, connect with me on the website, please. And remember how you used to send your pictures to me? Send your gardening pictures, send your Christmas or holiday pictures to me, and I'll put it on the website. How's that? Or also on the community page. For those of you who have joined the community, I would love to share your information. Hey, G Mama Gross, how are you? How are you? It's so good to have you. Did I greet everybody? I've been trying to keep up with this. Yeah. And talk at the same time. Yeah, I think I said hello to everyone. Well, welcome again to December. Welcome to December. I don't know if I wasn't on last Wednesday when, I think that was the was that the 1st of December? No, Friday was. So, yeah, I'm good. Welcome to December, everybody. Are you ready, people? Are you ready for December? The joy of December. Well, I want you to know that this is the month of joy. And I don't know if you got my beginning, my opening, but my opening is saying to you all that this is the month to celebrate. This is the month of joy. And you may say, well, Miss Catherine, I really can't celebrate this month because I've lost a lot of loved ones, or there's so much chaos going on in the world, or, I am experiencing lack, financial lack, or I'm not feeling so good. I'm feeling sick or whatever. Well, I want to tell you that that you can experience joy, and that you can choose to be joyful. And one way that can help you to get into that feeling of joy is the garden. Yes, I know, because personally, I was not feeling very up. I've had some losses in my own life. In November, 2 of my relatives, aunts, passed away. They're older people. And one of them particularly was really close to me. And at first, I didn't think that it bothered me because I know she was older. But after a while, I noticed like a little gloom was over me. But when I went out into the garden, I experienced the joy of the garden. And that's what I did the last video on. When I went out there and I was collecting the collard greens and so forth, that it actually helped me. It boosted me. Walking through the garden is so therapeutic. And I think I did mention that it was therapy, that when I finished being out there and seeing my husband do all that cleanup and seeing the garden being placed back into place, it made me feel joy. It was therapy. You know, please don't, it's fine, it's fine. Thank you. I receive all of your condolences and so forth. I'm doing really good. That's good, that's good, that's good. Let's celebrate, let's celebrate. But I feel the celebration of joy because both of my aunts, they led a very good life. They were very strong, godly people, and they left a great legacy. So therefore, I need to rejoice. I need to be excited about life. I need to say, well, thank you. Thank you for all that you've done. And thank you for giving me the inspiration here in life to be who I am. And so I want this day to be a day of joy. I want this month to be a month in which we say joy to the world. You know, joy to the world, joy to the world. And let that joy just come out of our gardens and come out to one another. And I want to be filled with joy. So one of the things that really filled me with joy is, yes, sirree, my David Austin Rose catalog came in today. Show and tell. Show and tell. Show and tell. You know roses make me happy, huh? Right. Show and tell. So if you have not gone in and gotten your catalog, make sure you go to the David Austin Rose website and get your David Austin Rose catalog. Yeah, guys, I can't wait to start my winter sowing. That will be in January for me. Yes, definitely. And on that note, as the other seed catalog that came in a day or two ago, Baker Creek. And you know, it's amazing because I went online and I was I went to the Baker Creek catalog because it says, I really want to get some zinnia seeds. I want some fresh new zinnia seeds. I know I usually get my seeds from the Dollar Tree. But this year, I think I want to stretch and I want to get some zinnia seeds from Baker Creek or from Johnny Seeds or from Floret Farms. They have zinnia seeds too that they're offering later on. Yes, the catalogs are free. So if you go, Baker Creek sent me 2 catalogs. Well, Beverly, of course they're going to send you 2 catalogs because you're a catalog queen. You never got seed? Well, you need to. G Mama, you need to go to the website. Just go and type in Baker Creek or Rare Seeds. And they offer 2 catalogs. The one catalog you have to pay for. That's the big catalog. And that has all of the kinds of things that you would like. Because you like exotic and original and unique plants and vegetables and fruits and all of that sort of stuff. But for those of us who don't want to pay but want to enjoy the experience, you get a free, you can put in and they will send you their free catalog, which is half the size, but the pictures are gorgeous. All right, let me show you. For example, their catalog, the Baker Creek catalog, is such a glorious catalog, and it will just, Rambo, my name is Crime, Don't Pay. No, that is not your name, Rambo. You are so sweet. You are so sweet. But the thing is that with this catalog, it helps you to dream, and especially for January, because we're going to be using our journals. And this is the hardcover, the Intentional Garden Journal of 2024. So if you have not gotten your journal and you want to follow the process that I'm going to be going through with you all for journaling for January, we're going to really go hardcore on using our journals to plan out our garden for next year, to keep us going. And that's why I was so excited about receiving the catalogs, because the catalogs will help you to start to think about what do you want to grow in your gardens. And we want to start early in March. Some people do the winter seed jug, winter seed gardening too, and I like that. I like to start that though in February or March to get a jump start on my little seedlings, and it worked for me, especially for seeds that require more time. That is a really great method, and that's what Bev was talking about. Gardens and Me was talking about the winter sowing and using the jug method. I left my plastic little greenhouse on the deck so that I will be motivated to go ahead out there and get started, because it's already put together. I don't have to go through the process of putting it together. And I also did some fall seed gardening, and I need to share that with you all. So I will be sharing that with you all this month, what I did in the fall. And so that will let you know, well, what seedlings can you start early in the spring, like our brassicas and so forth. And the fact that when I sow them in early spring, that they will grow and I will be able to harvest them, like the microgreens, like the brassicas, the kales, the dinosaur kale. I planted dinosaur kale. I planted curly kale. I planted my string beans and some other vegetables that started to grow, but I started a little too late. I should have started later in late August, so that at least the second week of August, late August, to plant the seeds, so that by October, when it started to get cold, I'd be able to actually harvest. My string beans were just starting to grow and show their the string beans, but I needed like 2 more weeks. I think if I had 2 more weeks, I would have been able to harvest the string beans in the fall. So I want to show you what I did. And it's the same process though, also for winter, or late winter, early spring sowing. Okay, so I'm excited. I got a whole lot of things that I put together, and I want to share with you. But what we can do is start to see what we want to plant for those times. And this is good. Look at this. Look at this catalog. Look at the vibrancy of it. Gee, Mama, everyone go and get your Baker Creek. Look at these. And they give you the flowers. This is marigolds, the different types of marigolds. Look at the color, the richness of it. Isn't it fantastic? And the other different flowers, things that you can grow. What did G Mama say? I didn't see what she said. Look at those flowers. Beautiful. Look at that. And tomatoes. Those of you who love different tomatoes, look at that. Look what you can grow. Last year, I did buy at least 4 packs from them 4 different packs of the herbal seeds, the mountain mint, the hyssop, and the purple basil. I think it was purple basil or cinnamon basil. And they all grew. And I started a lot of them from the winter sowing. And they actually made it through. They actually got to the point where they flowered. I just got a little distracted, but those herbs really did work. And I'm hoping that maybe they might have, like the mountain mint, I was able to then put it in the ground at the end of the season. And I'm hoping that it would really take root, and I will have mountain mint in my garden. So as you can tell, I am excited about this year and in intentional gardening. That's why if you haven't picked up your journal, you can go to Amazon and it will make a wonderful, great Christmas gift. And also you can be a part of our journey and we can work through it together. I updated a lot of it. Or get yourself a journal. Get yourself a journal and mark it up and decorate it and have it as your gardening journal for 2024 that you can follow us and create in it. Yeah, early spring fever. Yes, yes. And the reason why I think that is so important is because that's what we did with this one and the one before, the Intentional Gardening Journal. You remember we did a lot of planning. We did a lot of work. What I need to do and what I think I'm going to do with you all is to do a garden review. So I have these gardening review pages at the back that we can go through it together and review our gardens. And hopefully it will inspire you to think more deeply about your garden and what you want to do differently. And taking notes. Like here, I wrote in my journal for January. I wrote growing microgreens, mild mix as little as 5 days to harvest various shades of green, red brassicas, 2 to 5 days to germinate. And I wrote the microgreens, vegetable greens, harvesting. They develop on one set of true leaves. Use a nutrition supplement. Used as a nutritional supplement, visual and flavor enhancement, harvested soon after sprouting. I just had written this down earlier, that this is something that I want to do in January about the microgreens and start thinking about that. But then a lot of the microgreens are brassicas. It's the kale. It's the seeds of the kale seeds. It's the bok choy seeds. It's the mustard, the green mustard, the mustard seeds and so forth. So if you had gotten that, if you had bought the microgreens from the Dollar Tree, sowing them at that time in early March or February, March, late February, early March, they will come up and you will be able to eat them as a spring salad or let them develop. A lot of the mustard seeds started to develop, like the brassicas, the bok choy had developed in the garden, and and they were big leaves because it's seeds. It's just that when you do microgreens, you're just not allowing them to mature. You're just eating them on their new set of leaves. So that's something to think about and something to put down as a note for each of the months what you want to do. And then also to go back and look at your pictures. And I left a part here for your picture collection. If you have a printer, you can print out your garden. Well, what did my garden look like at the beginning? What did it look like? I kind of did that for you here. This is my garden last year in the spring, what it looked like. And then what it looked like in the fall and the winter, so that you're able to get an idea of what your garden looked like for this year. And you could just paste it down in and on. So what did I was thinking about, well, what did my garden look like in spring? I post pictures on my Facebook gardening page. Yes, very good. Yes, I was scrolling through. That's very good. Who said that? I think that was Deborah. Yeah, I did that. I was looking at my Instagram posts, and I could see the pictures there in the Instagram posts. I was also looking at my camera, my iPhone camera, and looking at the photos. And I happened to be scrolling it, and I wanted to see, well, did I take pictures of my tulips in the spring for this year? And I was able to see some of the pictures that I had there. And that helped me and reminded me of the colors that I used, the how I designed that garden in the front, especially the garden that I call my my cottage garden. Yeah, and so this is really a good exercise to have a journal. Well, if you're not able to purchase my journal, that's okay. But I do want you to, excuse me, to get a journal, get something that you can put it together and start to think intentionally about your garden. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Yes, so I was talking so fast, I'm choking up. Anyway, what else are you saying? Don't be too jealous yet. They are indeterminate, and I have to figure out how I am going to pollinate them. What is that you're talking about, Francesca? All right, I'm going to go back and look at what you all are saying. I started some of mine. Some of what? So I left at this. Beverly said, Baker Creek sent me 2 catalogs. Ha, ha, ha. Yes. I started some of mine, says Francesca. Some of what? Your seeds? All right. I've never gotten seed magazines. Yes. So, G Mama Grows, Hard in the Garden. Yes. My point is that I want to inspire you to go ahead and apply to Baker Creek and get the catalog, because it is a fantastic catalog. There's so much that they offer you, different string beans and different plants. And you can start off with the free catalog. That way you can decide if you want to get their large full catalog, which is I think $14 on the website. And I even saw the catalog at Walgreens, I think last year and the year before, that they actually sell the full catalog at Walgreens. I might just splurge this year. It's not a splurge, but just when I go to Walgreens, if I do see it, I think I might just get the full catalog and have it as a reference. And I think it's a good idea to have it as a reference so that you can see what is available. And if you want to, I know that you're adventurous. I kind of stick to the regular plantings, but you've got them both. I'll get them both. You'll get them both. Yeah. So I think that is really a good thing. And just as I said, because we're going to be planning and looking at and dreaming. And last year, because I did purchase like 4 different seed packs from the herbal plants, the herbal seeds from them, that this year I might try something new or something different and start to build up my confidence in growing different herbs and different plants and try different things too. I definitely want to try different zinnias this year with them. I know that I usually get the zinnias from Yeah, like here, like this. I want to get this one here. I like this one. It's called Queen Lime Red. Queen Lime Red and Queen Lime Orange. I think that this is so beautiful. I think I want to try something new. And I think I'm going to be ordering one of these, or maybe all 3 packs. I just, for some reason, really want to see zinnias in my yard, my garden. I want to plant, because the reason why I like the zinnias is because, you know how I was making those bouquets and so forth and sharing them with you all? Well, I want some new, fresh. What page am I on? I'm on page the zinnia page is 154. And then the pack that I'm looking for is on 157. 157. Yeah, I want one of these, or all 3 of these. And the seed packs, you get 25 seeds for $4, which is fine. Which is fine. I just have to be ultra careful and not, you know, when I'm planting the seeds. But I think they're so beautiful. I'm still going to use my Dollar Tree seeds, zinnia seeds packs as well. But I do want to try these and add them to the garden. And then when I was making, you know, when I was making those floral arrangements, because I want to do that more often. I really enjoyed our floral garden and making those bouquets. Have you checked out how much it costs to buy flowers from the grocery store or flowers from a floral shop? It's expensive, and those same lilies, zinnias, different plants that you could get from there. You can grow them in your garden. Hey, Betty Johnson. Hi. How are you? Yes. Hi, Betty. How are you? How are you? Yeah, so that's one of the things that I want to add, and I want to grow and expand. I want to really expand my flower garden with the cut flower garden. I want to put flowers within the bed and have it as a cut flower. Gardens Army says, I'm using my cold frames for my winter sowing. Yes. Yeah, you really had told us about that. That was really good. Francesca, Sister Catherine, you really do a marvelous job displaying their beauty. Thank you, Francesca. Hello, Betty. Let's see. I was talking about my tomato seeds that I fermented and now I am growing. Wow. Oh, okay. Francesca. You'll get them both, says G Mama. Nice, Deborah. I post pictures on my Facebook. Yeah. So that is really a good thing too. Deborah, what Deborah has mentioned, I post pictures on my Facebook. Go back and look at your different apps. If you post pictures on your Facebook, if you post pictures on Instagram or in your camera, to go back and look at what hopefully you were taking some sort of pictures of the different seasons. And what I'm hoping to share with you is to go back and look at my different videos and give you a year-end review. I try to do that every single year, to give a year-end review of what my garden looked like for the year. But this will also help keeping record of what you have done. So we want to utilize this to the best of our abilities. Now, I have to admit that I am not the most diligent. I start off really well in my journals. I really do. And I get things going. Midway, I'm so busy doing other things that I slacken off. But now that the weather has gotten colder and we're indoors, I'm going to be able to take the time. I'm going to intentionally take the time to review my garden and take notes of what I liked, what I didn't like, what I would like to add, things that I would like to do in the garden, and do that for this month in December, so that when I pick up my new gardening journal for 2024, I will be able to take notes here and write down what I really want to do in the garden, what I want to really add. Now, this, of course, is my apple tree blossom here. And I thought I did, this is a original picture. This is my picture that I took, that I used as the cover. And look at the David Austin cover. So that's why I think that my journal was given such a prominent place on Amazon as a new release. And they kept it on Amazon for at least 2 or 3 weeks as the #1 release for English gardens. Okay? That's why. So when I saw this cover, I said, oh, look at that. That's not too far from mine. Yes. All right. So get excited about life, and I hope that I am inspiring you to try new things as well and to do new things. And, life is short. We're only here for a certain amount of time. You might as well explore and try new things. And one of the things that I think that I want to inspire you to do is to create that space, that place where you are recording and leaving a legacy for others in your family. Your children and your grandchildren may not be interested in your garden right now, but later on, when they become older, they're going to remember you and the garden and you working in the garden. And they're going to want to have their own garden too. Why? Because you were modeling this to them. The reason why I say that is because that's what happened to me with my mother. My mother went, are you still painting, Miss Catherine? I find myself getting into my other creative side, knitting during the colder months yes, the painting desire has been rising inside of me. And I just, really, if you look there, and the Christmas tree is hiding, but that is my original artwork. I did that, I think, in, at least 20 years ago. I used to do a lot of painting, and that I used African fabric to create the butterflies, and I did the watercolor. That was watercolor painting. And then I got into to painting, acrylic painting, and I did that, and I really have kind of put it aside. Let me see if I can show you. You see that picture over there? That's of the garden right there. The girl in the garden with the tulips. She's hanging on to the rope or the vine there and just swinging in the vine. Yeah. I actually have a art shop. I have an art shop with Society 6 and Redbubble, where you can go and check it out there. I have my gardening. It's under Lady Wisdom Speaks. That was my first channel, and that I had gardening and I had my spiritual words and things that I was doing, like the Proverbs 31 woman, talking about women and being entrepreneurial and so forth on that channel. But I found that the two channels were kind of clashing, and that I was able to I wanted to separate the two. So that's how this channel was created, Catherine's Garden and Home, because I thought that this was very practical, and what I had thought of spiritually, I'd be able to translate it into the practical living. And gardening, of course, is so down to earth. Of course, you're touching there. And yet it's so very spiritual in its own way. I mean, it really soothes the soul. And I felt that I could relate to people in a different way. So that's how this channel was grown. So if you go to my website, Catherine's Garden and Home website, I I have also a connection there to my artwork that I've done. And I do love that. The thing is that I really need to, I actually bought some, what do they call it? um, I bought some paints and things and some art supplies, but I need to really push myself and start painting again. Thank you, Bev. Thank you, Bev. Thank you, Bev. Thank you for inspiring me. Yes. Thank you. I really have to get back to that too as well. There's so many things I want to do. But my point is that the garden, when you leave this, when you have those pictures, you have the gardening. I was telling you that my mother had a rose garden. My mother was living in Boston, and she retired. She and my father went back to their homeland, Montserrat, which is in the West Indies. And there, my mother had a rose garden. They had of all of the fruit trees. You'd be jealous, G Mama. My mother had mango trees, soursop, the apples, the guava tree. She had coconut trees. I mean, because it's the tropicals. So she had all of those fruits, lemongrass growing, dasheen, all of that. And she had like a compound. My aunt was also living in the land next door. So the both of them just opened up. They had no fence dividing the two properties, and they just opened up the land, and it was just filled. And down through the middle of the land, there was a creek side. So they were able to plant the elephant ears, the dasheen. They were able to plant sugar cane and all that good stuff. All those things that you're trying to grow, G Mama, in your greenhouse. They had soursop. What is that called? The drink with the red drink. What is that called? She had ginger, all of that. But my mother had roses. She had a really nice rose garden surrounding the house. She planted the roses. And so when I went down to visit her, I hadn't been away. Sorrel, yes, she has sorrel. That's it, Jolie. So when I went down to visit her, I hadn't been separated from my children or my husband. This is like, my kids were about 3 years old or so, and we everywhere we'd go, we would take the kids with us. So this was the first time for me actually traveling without my family, going to see my mom. So my mom went out into her garden and she picked 3 different roses. And she came and she put them in vases, little vases in the bedroom on the dresser. And she set it up in the room, my grandmother's bed. She said, "You're going to sleep in this room. This is your grandmother's bed." And she set up on the dressing table in the vases roses. And she told me each rose represented my husband and my 2 children. And it was so sweet. So and the room was filled with the scent, because it's warm, the scent and the aroma of the roses. And it just made me feel so calm and so comfortable. And I said, when I go back to Boston, I'm going to make sure that I plant myself some roses. And my mother inspired me to actually take it a little further, to work the garden and to plant roses. And so that is where I got my love for roses. And I started to buy roses, the bare root roses, from Home Depot. I bought myself a Queen Elizabeth rose. I bought a curly pink rose. And I mostly selected the hybrid tea roses, and they're very finicky. But many of them did bloom. Let me see. Different ones. The Peace Rose, Mr. Lincoln, and at that time, the roses were about like $5 for one of the bare root roses. So I was able to buy quite a few. And I really started watching, that's when HGTV, that HGTV used to show a lot of gardening shows. And they showed Penelope Hobhouse and her rose garden and her rose videos. I used to watch different gardening shows. A lot of the Canadian gardeners there. Where is everybody? You just listening to me? Yeah. So my mother was my inspiration. So my point is this: is that right now your family members, your children may not be interested in gardening, but just wait and see. They will catch the bug, and they will look at what you wrote and what you did as a reference. They will go back and look at your pictures, and they will remember you in the garden. And you'll leave a legacy of gardening, that they too will remember the pumpkins. I still got my pumpkins here. They'll remember the pumpkins that you planted and the great meals that you made in Thanksgiving time. Hopefully you all had a really good Thanksgiving. And they'll remember those trips to the apple orchard, and they will do that. Francesca says, you have a wonderful testimony. Thank you, Francesca. So that is my inspiration with the garden. So that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited about the David Austin roses. And I think that I will have to do a video on the catalog. The Handbook of Roses for 2024. You know, this is their 25th U.S. edition. So this is a very special one. And they've had different styles before. And what I love about the David Austin roses is that they give you a lot of information. The catalog is filled with information. So if you want to know and learn about different types of roses, climbing roses, my Eden Garden rose, actually, this rose is one of the roses that I got from Home Depot. And it's not a David Austin rose, but it's a beautiful, beautiful rose. And you can learn how to plant them and what they need. So this is a good reference. It will give you information about climbing roses. It will give you instructions on how to, place your roses in containers. Companion plantings. This is lavender with roses that grow really well with roses. I'll give you information on how to design the landscape, the tree roses, if you want to explore other ways of growing roses. I've never bought a tree rose. They tend to be a little bit more expensive, but and they have a special here for Queen Elizabeth. This rose, Queen Elizabeth, as you know, passed away. I think it was last year. She had her jubilee, and she was definitely one who was excited about the garden. Elizabeth is what this one is called. It says it's best for flowering, best for health, best for fragrance. An exceptional rose of true majesty and grace with generous blooms blossom like blooms. Look at that. That's pretty. It almost looks like a zinnia to me. With a softer petal, of course. But it's new. So what are you all thinking? What happened to the chat? Am I all by myself? Or are you all just listening? Hey, Broke Farmer. How are you doing? Yeah. See, this is how you can design it, too. You can have your roses there. And the fragrance. You can decide on what fragrant roses that you want to have in your garden. The pretty pink roses. Oh, that's so beautiful. And it is good for dreaming, especially right now where when the weather is cold. And you can get the roses as a bare root. Now, I have to say that the David Austin roses is like the Mercedes of the roses, okay? Or what's the most expensive car right now? There's Mercedes, there's Porsches, there's uh, but the Bentleys, okay? So this is like a Bentley, all right? The David Austin roses are expensive, but it's okay. I enjoy looking at it, and I enjoy looking at the catalog. So it's something to look at and to dream about. And eventually, if you feel the desire, you feel the confidence to splurge to actually purchase one, that you can do so. You know. So I just wanted to share that with you all. And what else do I have for you? Yeah, remember also this year, I was very, the roses are expensive. You can go and get a catalog for yourself and go to the website and and get a free catalog, and you can take a look at it. I'm not going to tell you how much it costs. You're going to have to figure it out for yourself. But go to the website and you can order a free catalog. My free catalog came in today. That's why I'm excited. Because actually today I was going, Broke Farmer, to to just check it out. Actually, it came in my email. And from my email, I went to the website. And there I ordered the catalog today, not knowing that they were going to send me my catalog. I probably am on their mailing list, obviously. And it came in today. So I'm so excited because I was thinking about it beforehand. And there it appeared in the mail. I was so excited to receive it. So that's why I'm sharing it with you all today. The other one that came in the mail about 2 days ago was the Baker Creek. And that's why I'm sharing this with you all today. And I wanted to know, well, have you all received your catalogs? Because ultimately, what I want us to do is to start dreaming and planning for next year. And of course, reminding people of my journal, the Intentional Garden Journal for 2024. But that, oh, Beverly, you're so kind. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Beverly. Baker Creek sent you too? Yeah, well, it's probably because you bought seeds from them. But then also the fact that they have the big seed catalog too, if you wanted to splurge on that. But for this, my journal, that even if you don't want to get my journal, you can get a notebook and design it, because we're going to be working on this in January. Starting in January, we're going to plan for 2024, which will be planning our winter gardening, planning for the spring, and all of the Broke Farmer, a little something for the roses. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Broke Farmer. Yeah, you know how much the roses cost? A lot of money. So thank you for that little something for the roses. That makes my heart glad. So so we're going to be going through and we're going to be looking at our 2023, what worked and what didn't work. And just look at it month by month. Well, what did we do each month for this year, and how we can be more intentional and plan better. So I'm prepping everybody to get a journal, a gardening journal, because we're going to start to work on that. But what I want to do is for those who have a journal to let us go back and just look at what worked, what didn't work, what we want to do, what do you want to change in your garden for each of the different seasons? to look at the garden notes that you possibly have made, and you know, write it down, write those notes down, and keep it as a reference. It is also good for you to remember, help you to recall what you did year to year, because every year, you know, is different. Every year is different. And so if you keep a journal, now I started off really good. I have to admit, I started off real good, writing in my journal and so forth. But as the summer went on, I kind of slackened up. But it's okay, because this gardening journal really is effective for what you want to begin with, and reviewing and assessing what you did, you know. Whereas the garden planner, that's why I came up with the garden planner, because this is for everyday planning. It's just a basic, you know, is it just like for week 1 in the spring? What are you going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Putting down the date and the tasks, keeping you abreast of what you want to get done each time, and helping you to remember, oh yeah, I fertilized the first week in November, the first week in March, so I need to fertilize again. Because you say, oh, when was the last time I fertilized these plants? Well, if you wrote it down, you can always go back to your planner and say, oh yeah, I did that in April. So I think I need to give those plants a boost here now in June or July. You know, so that's what the planner is good for. Whereas the journal is to really get us motivated and get us started in thinking about what we want our garden to look like, to be intentional. That's the difference between the two. And I also wanted to share with you that I wrote a really quick, easy guide to intentional gardening for beginners. And all of the questions that we've been asking here, I kind of went back and really looked at, really quick and simple for beginners, of what we did. And I also put in at the back of it room for planning, daily planner as well. So this, if you don't want to get the planning journal, you can get this, the easy guide, which has, you can get it on Amazon. It's on Amazon. If you go to my website, Catherine's Garden Home LWS.weebly.com, or just type in the Intentional Garden Journal Planner on Amazon. It's on Amazon for 2024. It will pop up and you'll be able to get it there. So this is called the Easy Guide to Intentional Gardening for Beginners. And it was both of them, all of them were on Amazon as the #1 new release for October and November. Remember, I was so excited about that? So that's there. What else? So I know I've been chatting a lot about that. What else is on your mind? Anything that you want to talk about before we say goodbye? Anything that's happening? I hope that everything's going well for you all. I've been visiting some of your channels and checking out some of the things that you all have been doing. And I hope that you all have really been enjoying your holiday season. I hope Thanksgiving was good for you. Even in the midst of the sadness, there was a lot of joy. I had some great times with my family and my grandchildren during the holidays, the Thanksgiving Day season. I really enjoyed that, and with my mother and my brothers and their wives and my nieces and my nephews, it was just a really great time. Just ordered the planner off Amazon. Oh, thank you, Rogue Farmer. It's very simple, but it will help you. Yes, it will help you. And it's a lot of joy for me to be able to share with you all. And Yeah, all is well. Any comments? Anything that you all want to say or share? I am just getting started on my Christmas decorating. As I said, my husband bought me up the poinsettia, so that kind of got me going. And we just got our tree, and I'm starting to decorate the tree, as you can see there. And I'm just keeping it simple, though, for Christmas. That's it for the mantle. No more. That's it. I figured this year I want to keep it just simple and mild and calm. So I hope that all is going well for you all, and I'm excited about this month. Remember that even though all of the things grow, grow, grow together, that's right, son, you're about to wrap this thing up. But I am grateful. I want to say thank you to every one of you for coming on and being a part of this live. Thank you for coming in the chat. I do look forward to us coming together, and it does fill me with a lot of joy. Many times when I get started, I'm wondering, oh, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to say to you all? How, it's like, but then when you all come in the chat, it just inspires me. I find myself feeling very bubbly, very alive, and I'm able to share and talk with you all. And so I hope that you are feeling some of this joy that I'm feeling, and that we will continue to grow, grow, grow together. In Catherine's garden and home, that's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. In Catherine's garden and home. In Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Grow, grow, Deborah. Grow, grow. G Mama grows. Grow, grow, Rachel. Grow, grow, everybody. Grow, grow, Francesca. Grow, grow, Sonia, my Sonia, sweet Sonia. Grow, grow, everybody. Grow, grow, Betty Johnson. Grow, grow. Did I say Francesca? Grow, grow, broke farmer who's not broke. Broke farmer is not broke. Broke farmer is giving liberally. We changed your name, Broke Farmer, to Blessed Farmer, didn't we? I watched your channel grow. It is amazing. You are no longer Broke Farmer. You are Blessed Farmer. You know that song, blessings and blessings and blessings on me. Blessings and blessings and blessings on me. You're a blessed farmer. Gotta support great people. Yes. So you're gonna have a name change. In parentheses at the back. Broke farmer in parentheses, blessed. I'm changing your title. Oh, hallelujah. I changed your title. I decree you blessed. Yes, yes. And actually, it was Rachel who said that. Rachel said something like that. Anyway, Rachel, are you there? And I just want to say to everyone, no, so broke farmer, not so broke farmer. Yeah, not so broke. Okay. Not so broke. You're able to give. Yes. Well, you know what the Bible says, give and it shall be given unto you. Press down, shake it together, running over. Yes. So come on, keep on giving. And also to Beverly. Beverly, you're so lovely. You're so lovely. People, one of the things I'm thinking about doing is to do a coming together live. YouTube offers it that I can interview people And so I think I'm going to do that here because I've been doing it on my other channel with Thelma. I know some of you saw it with Yankee Sister Homestead on my other channel that I had interviewed her for Veterans Day. I really want to start to do that here on this channel for January coming up. So I am going to be contacting some of you. And if you want to come on and co-host with me on my channel, let me know in the comments down below. Say, yes, I would like to co-host. I'd like to come on with you. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will contact you. And we can set up a, or you can, yes, Broke Farmer, you want to come on my channel? Okay. Yeah, we will work something out together for January, in the month of January, especially if you are doing winter sewing. I know that you do winter sewing, right? With the jugs and so forth. Maybe you can come in and we can share with everyone how to go about doing that process, right? So think about that for January. And anyone else, let me know what you're interested in doing, and we can share the platform together here at Catherine's Garden and Home, at least once a month, if I can have someone else come up, because I'm only come on live 4 times on this channel for the month. So once a month, I can have someone come up. So Sonia, I get to see your beautiful face. Or Deborah. Or who else is there? Francesca, you can come on this channel. Or G Mama. Yes, I love to have a G Mama on. Some of you others. Okay? You can help share the time with me. That would be exciting. So that's something new that we're going to be planning for 2024. So get ready, get ready, get ready. If you don't want to, you don't have to. No pressure. But for those of you who would like to share something that you're doing in your garden, excuse me, I would love to have you come on and co-host with me one of these growing together sessions. Yeah. So anyway, did I say everybody? You all got silent. Come on, say goodbye to everyone. Just come on and just put in joy, or just put before we go, just pop up in the chat if you're still there, and you could put an emoji, a flower, a Christmas emoji, or you could just say joy, joy, or something. Yeah, before we leave. Good night, everyone. Yes, Gardens of Me, put the music up. Okay. Broke Farmer, thank you. Christmas. Yay. Thank you, Broke Farmer, Blessed Farmer. Yes, Gardens of Me, have a blessed night, everyone. Joy, joy. Yes, Beverly, you make me so happy. Bev, I would love to interview you and that you can show us all of the beautiful things that you are creating, your knitting and so forth. Yes, I would love that. So I definitely would like to have you on with me on the platform. So get ready, get ready. Who else? Come on. Deborah. Yes. All of you. Good night. I hope I sang for all of you and add you all on. Yes, where we grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Joy to the world, joy to the world, at Catherine's Garden and Home, at Catherine's Garden and Home. Joy to the world, joy to the world, at Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right, at Catherine's Garden and Home. Joy to the world, Catherine's Garden and Home. Good night to everyone. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you for moderating. Thank you for coming on. And have a blessed evening. See you next Wednesday, God willing, at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you have not hit the like button, make sure that you hit the like button and hit the notification bell for more. Rambo, thank you so much for coming on and saying hello to us. I think I said hello or good night to everybody. Those of you who are going to watch the replay, thank you so much. Thank you for Marion. Marion has been commenting, and she's been a great person watching the videos and so forth and leaving a comment. Please watch my videos, leave a comment. That helps the channel to grow. And also hit the like button there if you watch a video. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I really love sharing with you all. If you have any comments or anything that you would like me to talk about, please leave it in the comments too. I try to read the comments through. I know I'm not the best at it, but I do get back to you all eventually. Definitely leave it in the community page part, because I do go back and read that. And I have a survey in the community page area about if you received your catalogs. And in the comments, leave a comment of other catalogs that we can also go to the websites and get the free catalogs from them. We talked about that before in the past, but it's good always to remind ourselves about what is available. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming and joining me on this beautiful Wednesday. God bless, and see you next time right here at Catherine's Garden and Home. At Catherine's Garden and Home. Have a good night, everybody. Bye. Bye, Sonia. I'm wrapping it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Grow, 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 grow together.